Alright, y'all, man, it's your boy Humble 2 times for me. Back in that video, man, for me. Follow the Instagram at Humble 2 times. Now, look, did y'all spit today's topic talking about Superman is actually black? Now, look, for today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything. I'm also giving you a shout out to myself as well for wanting to receive this good information and give out this good information as well. I'm also giving you a shout out to everyone and to y'all. Y'all literally take the energy out of y'all day to come rock me, show me love and support, you feel me? And I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much more and love always deeply. I'm also sending good positive energy and good positive protection and positive healing and good positive energy towards everyone always. Also, if you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, DM me on my Instagram at snl2.times. I'm going to say it one more time. Just DM me on my Instagram at snl2.times. Let's go ahead and get ready into the video. Now look, right? Superman is actually black, right? Now, what do I mean by Superman is actually black, right? What I mean by this is that Superman is actually black. We have been lied to, y'all, right? See, a lot of people who play the actor as, or whoever they have acted Superman, right? A lot of times, if not all the times, what do the actor person be? It'd be a Caucasian person, right? It'd be a white person, right? And I'm not saying that they can't play that role. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that these people aren't great actors. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that Superman, its resemblance, what it's talking about, and where Superman comes from, and his abilities, and who he is, and where he comes from, that's from the black people, bro. Superman is originally black, right? A lot of your superheroes are original. A lot of your Marvel and DC superheroes and villains, a lot of them are actually black, right? But they don't want us to know that, right? So what they do is they put Caucasians and humans in there and let them play it, right? Because if you notice in Marvel and in DC, there's not a lot of black characters in there, rather if it's a villain or a hero, right? But why is that, right? Because they don't want you to know who you are, but they're still going to push that truth out there, some of the truth, because they don't want to get karma. Even though they're still going to get their karma, they're already getting their karma, right? See, Superman, if you look at Superman's power, right? They literally said it in the show. Superman literally gets his powers from from the sun. The sun helps strengthen Superman, right? You see what I'm saying? And then what does that? If you look closely at the Superman symbol, it's like a maybe like a pentagon slash like a circle slash like maybe like a triangle combined or whatever, right? Whatever the name of the shape is, right? But if you look at the inside of the shape, what is it? It's an S. But why is it an S, right? And doesn't that S kind of look like a what? A snake. Why? Because it's representing the Kundalini energy, right? The Kundalini energy, right? Your Kundalini energy goes all the way up. Kundalini energy is in your body, and it can go all the way up. It can go all the way up to your pineal gland. It can go all around your crown chakra as well, right? See, Superman is actually black. Superman gets his powers from the sun. We are black. I take that back. We're not black, but they call us black. But we are not black. We are goddesses and gods. We are sun gods. Superman is a sun god. I'm not saying white people can't play the role, but what sense does it make to have a Caucasian playing a black person's role? What sense does that make? Vice versa. If this superhero really was white, then why would you have a black person playing the role? What sense does that make? You see what I'm saying? What sense does it make to keep? And then there's a Superman movie that's, I think, either coming out or it already done came out, and it's another white man playing it. You should have black people playing it because that's who you're talking about, and two, Superman is actually black. Superman isn't white. Green Lantern is originally black, right? Green Lantern is originally black, right? Spider-Man is originally black. A lot of people don't know that. But look at all the Spider-Man movies they done made. White, except, Miles Morales. And then when they did do a black person, they did it in a cartoon form. Why you ain't do it in a regular form like you did with the other three guys? You see what I'm saying? They be disrespecting us. They be trying to disrespect us and try to play us in so many different ways, bro. But if your third eye not open, if you're not awakened, bro, you might not really see what's really going on. A lot of y'all not really seeing what's going on in today's society, bro. A lot of y'all not. I'm just gonna be honest, bro. A lot of y'all not. Y'all third eye is not open, and if it is open, it's not open very widely enough to see what's really going on, to really understand and really feel what's going on. All right? Superman represents us so-called black people, even though we are goddesses and gods. Superman also represents the Kundalini energy. If you look at the so-called Egyptians, even though they're the ancient Kemets, they talked about the Kundalini energy. Why do you think the pharaohs will have the snake symbol, right? The snake represents the chakras. It represents the Kundalini energy rising, right? You see what I'm saying? right? You feel me? Because when you in meditation, or like, it doesn't even necessarily have to be meditation, but a lot of people, they can feel their energy. Like me, I can feel my energy. And not just can I feel my energy, I can activate my energy. Like if I want to feel my energy right now, I can do that. It might take a little second or whatever, but I can do that. A lot of people can't do that. I'm not gonna say people can't do that. I take that back. My apologies. A lot of people don't do it though. A lot of people don't feel like they can do that, but you can. Right? If you look at the anime Hunter x Hunter, they talk about Nin, right? And how Gon and Killua, what was they doing? They started to meditate. One of the first things they did when they had got taught by that dude with the glasses was, yo, to tap into this Nin, y'all gonna have to sit down and literally meditate. It wasn't. They did physical training as well. Don't get me wrong, but one of the main first things they did, if not the first thing they did, was what they sat down in them hotels or whatever they was at, and they went to go meditate. Right? Because Superman, he's a god, but they paint the image of him as some white person, because they do that because they don't want you to know Superman real. Because if they would have, all these years, all these different actors that done played a Superman, if they would have had a black person playing a Superman, right? A lot more people would have realized, hold on, if Superman can do that, can I do that? Because I'm black too. Even though he might not be a real character or whatever, hold on, bro, can I do that? Because we the same skin tone. We come from the same root. Can I do that then? Right? People, a lot of black people start to question their reality. That's one of the main reasons why they don't put the real, like, actual skin color, the actual people in the movie, because they don't want you to remember who you are. They don't want you to wake up. They want you to stay asleep. Right? They don't want you to wake up. Because when you wake up, you start questioning yourself. You start questioning your reality. You start questioning the people that you're around. You start really questioning your reality. They don't want you to do that. Because if enough people question their reality, it's over. Right? You can't control somebody who's awakened. You can't. Even if you're not awakened, you still can't control them. You can't control nobody either way. But it's a lot easier sometimes to manipulate people when they're not awakened. Right? You see what I'm saying, bro? Superman, he represents the goddesses and gods. He represents the Kundalini energy, which is within you. Right? You see what I'm saying, bro? Feel me? And if you go do research, it'll tell you stuff about Superman being like, I think like originally it was like some stuff in Africa, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, just look at Superman's powers. Just look at his powers. Look at his powers. Heat vision. He can fly. Right? Just look at his powers. And notice when he's flying in the air. So he's flying in the air. If you think the sun is hot when you walk outside, imagine how the sun feels to Superman. Superman's in the air. The sun's even hotter to him because he's more closer to the sun. So you mean to tell me he never got burnt? It never hurt Superman? No, because it's actually charging Superman up. And Superman is charging the sun up. A lot of people don't think that way. A lot of people don't question things like that. Right? You think it's Superman just some hero. Oh, that was a good movie. It was a good comic book. Let me go to something else. Whole time, that's based off real life. Superman is based off real life. Green Lantern is based off real life. Green Lantern literally shows you how you can use your imagination to manifest things. Green Lantern is a prime example of that. And I might make a whole separate video tomorrow talking about Green Lantern and decoding Green Lantern. Because like I said, the Green Lantern, he's originally black too. It gets deep, dog. Wonder Woman, she's a goddess. She's originally black. She's not white. Right? I might make a whole like different videos talking about these different people that are actually black and what they really represent. Right? And I might make a whole playlist. So if people want to like specifically just watch those videos, I might just make a whole playlist. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, though, man, Superman is a black person. He's a god, right? And they're talking about us so-called black people when they're talking about Superman, bro. You see what I'm saying? But look, man, if you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, DM me on my Instagram at snl2.times. And I'll catch y'all from those on the next one, man. Peace.